Hey everyone, we have exciting news, and if the title of this video didn't already give it away, we bought a travel trailer and we're pretty stoked because this is the first weekend we're taking it out. Currently, I'm sitting in the trailer in my driveway and we're getting ready to go. We really have no idea what to expect. We've watched a lot of YouTube videos and done a lot of research and had a lot of great tips from campers. So we're taking it out to a campsite that's not too far from here for a little shakedown. We'll be going for 2 nights and we're gonna bring you along and show you what it's like. We decided to go to Darlington Provincial Park in Bowmanville, Ontario so that we would be close to home if anything went wrong. Check-in was pretty smooth because I did our pre-check-in online before we left. Then we stopped at the park store along the route and picked up some firewood so we could have a fire. As we pulled into our site, this kind man saw us discussing our approach. Basically, he saw that we had no idea what we were doing and decided to stop and give Alan directions, which was very helpful. Thank you, kind man. We were on Site 50, and I'm not going to lie, it wasn't everything I dreamed it would be. When I originally made my reservations, I only booked 1 night, but we decided that 2 nights would be better. So I went online every day the week leading up to our reservation and finally got a cancellation on the Friday for the same night. So we had 2 sites booked, 1 for each night. And Site 50 was open, faced directly into the neighboring site, and was fairly small. So I would 10 out of 10 not recommend this site if you want any sort of privacy. But we made do for the first night. Luckily, the neighbors weren't there, and we actually went to my sister and her husband's site for our campfire. The next day, we woke up, had breakfast, and then started to pack up so we could move sites. While it was slightly annoying to move sites mid-weekend, it did give us practice setting up and packing up the trailer, and we both got to try parking it. I did really like that it was easy to get out of the site and drive around the one-way road to get out, and we weren't actually too far from our next site. It was my turn to drive and park the trailer to get some practice. And we stopped to wave to my sister along the way. Alan got out to direct me in, and we still clearly need to work on our directions.
Yeah, go straight. Straight, now turn. Turn hard right, hard right, hard right. Nope. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you're good. You're golden. Straight towards me. Straight towards me. Straight towards me. Okay, now turn right.
For our second night, we were on Site 3, and it was so much better. It faced the forest, and there were nice trees and shrubbery separating the sites. For a trailer of our size, it was pretty easy to pull into and ended up being a pull-through spot. For larger trailers, that may not be the case. I parked the trailer! Maybe I'll just reverse it slightly. So we made it to our second campsite of this weekend. We didn't record anything yesterday really because it was a very stressful learning experience for us, but we didn't fight, which is good. And I'm the one who parked the camper today. So we're gonna get set up here and we'll show you around the park later. Maybe not, we're not really sure what we're gonna get up to because this is our shakedown trip. So we're just learning and we'll bring you along when we can. This site did have a very far electrical outlet, but because our trailer was so small, we were able to pull up close enough and had long enough extension cords to make it. Since our site was nicer than the first one, we decided to do a full setup. I opened our brand new area rug and even put out the awning, which we didn't really need because our site was so nicely shaded. Then it was time for lunch. A perfect camping option is a charcuterie and cheese spread with veggies, dip, and other snacks. Basically adult Lunchables, and most of it I prepared before we even left. After lunch, we made our way down to the lake. We had a nice little path to the waterfront and saw some beautiful waterfront sites along the way. If you want to go to Darlington and have a nice waterfront site, check out sites 8 or 9 in the Lakeside and Cliffside campground. Later that day, we spent the evening at my sister's site for dinner and a fire with some visitors and called it a night. The next morning was our last day camping, and we enjoyed our coffee looking into the woods on our site before heading to my sister's site for breakfast. Then we packed up and did what you do on Sundays after camping. Get in line for the dump station. This was completely new for us, so we were watching the people ahead of us very closely. Definitely bring your patience, rubber gloves, and do not be in a rush when you're emptying your tanks. Luckily, our brother-in-law was on the site nearby and came over to help. Actually, he pretty much did the whole thing for us, but now we know how to do it and nobody got covered in anything gross. This is also where the garbage and recycling area was, so it did get pretty busy. And there you have a quick glimpse at our pretty uneventful first weekend camping. Now that we have a better idea of what to expect, we plan to explore more of the parks, do some hiking, visit the nearby towns, bring our inflatable kayaks, and maybe even do a little fishing. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to stay tuned for more Ontario camping adventures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.